Hi, this is Tad the Diet Coach, and this is your Readiness Trials Tip of the Week. All right, we're getting a good way through the challenge now, and we're going to talk about cheat meals, everybody's favorite topic, cheat meals. Cheat meals. Now, I have been notorious over the years of integrating cheat meals into just about all of my clients' plans, all my athletes' plans at some time or another, in the off season as well as during prep. And cheat meals serve a really wonderful function for helping boost the metabolism, helping keep the body off kilter, so that it's not overly adapting and your body's able to still burn fat at a much higher rate. It also is a great way to replenish glycogen stores when carbohydrate levels get low, and as we go through a dieting process and we're restricting carbs and we're working out hard, we're doing lots of cardio, the muscles tend to get depleted. The liver glycogen and muscle glycogen tend to get depleted, and so this is another great way where one time in the week, and I repeat that, one time in the week, where you can eat a big meal and really kind of go all out. But I have a couple of rules for cheat meals, and here's what they are. Especially when it comes to strict dieting. There's 3 rules. The first rule is you should do the cheat meal at the end of the day, and you got to eat all your other meals as planned on time. The cheat meal can't last more than 45 minutes. And the third one is, of course, you can eat what you like. It should be a meal. It shouldn't be a gallon of ice cream. Okay, so some people, or a couple of pounds of chocolate covered almonds. Like, that's not a meal. Okay? A meal, it should be a meal of your choice. You don't have to keep track of macros. What makes cheat meals really actually much more effective in the long run is carbs. Lots of fast-acting carbs, breads, cereals, rice, pasta. These are great foods for cheat meals because they spike insulin levels, and when you do that during a hard diet, then you reset your calendar, your body's sort of reset mechanism. It'll tend to want to not become too efficient at keeping body fat. It'll be set off guard, and so it's definitely a way for us to at least once a week get a small reprieve from all the strict dieting, but also aid in the process of losing body fat and also keeping the metabolism rolling through this process. Because remember, your body is adaptive by nature. This is why we're still alive as hominids on this planet after 87,000 years of walking on this green ball of chlorophyll. And the reason why is because our bodies are really good at adapting to what we eat, what we do, and the less we give it, the easier it is, or eventually our bodies will adapt and it will be able to live on less, and we'll actually be able to do the same activity on less calories. And so cheat meals give you this nice surge. So a cheat meal is effective when you put carbs in it, you follow the 3 rules, but also when you give it a bit more. You want to really give it a bunch. You don't want to just be too light on the meal. Some people get a little guilty. They go. I've had lots of clients over the years say, "Oh, I only ate a piece of salmon and a cup of rice." I'm like, well, that's not really a cheat meal. That didn't do you a whole lot of good. You're eating that during the week, so you really want to give yourself a bit more. And those are the successful characteristics for cheat meals. They tend to work for everybody. However, I will say with one qualifying note that, as we talked about in an earlier video, knowing your body and setting your program appropriate for you. Some people have very little latitude for these kinds of things, and it's usually, unfortunately, it's mostly women that I've encountered who have less latitude for big cheat meals, and some of them at some stage can't do them at all when it comes close to a prep. It just sets them back. So it really depends on you and your response to it. And most people will sometimes default and say, "Oh, I can't handle them," but most people can if they're strict through their diet throughout the main course of the week, and they have one day where they cheat. And I usually say make it take the place of your last 2 meals, and eat what you like, except make it a meal. For me, Tad the Diet Coach, I want to say thank you for listening to the tip of the week. And if you want more detailed information, you can reach me at my website, tadthedietcoach.com, or you can email me at tad@redcon1.com.